So if you're thinking about moving to Delaware and looking for a 55 plus community, I have the perfect video for you today. So I know you guys have been asking, so I try to get out here. So today we're in Magnolia, Delaware. We're in the 55 plus community of Hatteras Hills right here in Magnolia. This is another community by K.Hov. Today I'm actually going to show you the two models behind me, the Asheville and the Barcelona, as well as we're going to check out their clubhouse. And with all that being said, my name is Brandon Windom. I help people buy and sell homes here in Delaware. If you're new to my channel, welcome. In this channel, I talk about everything Delaware for the most part. I've lived here my entire life, and if you're potentially thinking about buying or selling a home here in Delaware, I'd love to have a conversation. I'll put my info on screen now, and again in the description below. Feel free to reach out. And with that being said, let's go check these houses out. All right, guys, so before we head into these model homes, one thing I definitely want to let you guys know is before you come out here, if you do want to be represented by a real estate agent, whether it's me or someone else, before you come out here, make sure you reach out to me, obviously me first, but if it's not me, that's cool too, whoever you want to represent you, because if you come in here and you don't let them know that you want representation, you're not going to be able to do it after the fact. And honestly, it's not going to cost you anything at all. The new construction, a lot of these new construction communities will pay for your buyer compensation, and it's not going to cost you anything at all, and you're going to have someone looking out for your best interest, because after all, with us as realtors, we are fiduciaries and we need to look in your best interest. So with that being said, let's go check it out. So the first model that we're actually going to show here today is going to be the Asheville model. This one right here, I'm gonna give you all the specs just from the get-go, so you don't even have to look at. So it's a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,822 square feet, and the base price of this model right now, obviously take it with a grain of salt. I don't know if you're watching it on the day I'm doing it or months in the future, but as of right now, the base is right around 440. So as you can see, you can do like a nice like little porch thing that we got going on here. There's a bunch of different elevations that you can choose. So if you want to take a load off and just enjoy the view, because you're definitely gonna have a nice view here, because we're kind of out in the more I'm not gonna say country, but a little bit more rural out here, so you get a lot more scenic stuff going on. You can do that, or if you're not a porch person, or maybe you're a back porch person, or whatever, there's a bunch of different options here. But with that being said, let's go in here and check it out. So as you come in here, one thing I definitely want to note is like this huge like grand opening foyer right here with the tray ceiling. This makes it feel very open here. I really do like this a lot, and it's a nice little touch. And then obviously, like I said, we're in the model, so it has all the upgrades. So you got the fancy woodwork here, craftsmanship, all that other good stuff. And so the way this is set up, so it's kind of a division between the additional bedrooms and the master or the primary suite. So as you come here, these are where your two additional bedrooms are going to be. You got this one right over here. It's a decent, a very decent sized room. Obviously, I mean, more so if someone comes to visit, or if you wanted to turn it into a study or anything like that. The one thing I don't like in this one, and obviously it doesn't really matter, me personally, I got kids, so I don't like this bedroom being right here. It just just from a security standpoint, but I mean, it's just the way it is. So but then you got your first additional bedroom here, and then right over here you have, this is obviously shared by the bedroom here. So you come in here, and this is upgrade the tile and the shower. So the one thing I do like about this particular neighborhood, that K.Hov, they don't do any inserts, so you won't get any of like those full like plastic inserts here, which is a nice touch. I don't like it. Sometimes they feel a little cheap, but it is what it is. And then over here you have your second bedroom. They look like they turned this one into like kind of an office type deal, which is nice. Depending on the orientation of your house, you could maybe turn it into office. You get a nice little view with this side window. Plenty of natural light in this model, so you won't have to worry about that. as well. So over here you have your two bedrooms over here, and then as we move over here, you have this would be your entryway from the two-car garage, and then you have the laundry room here. You definitely get a decent sized laundry room. It's you could put cabinetry up if you wanted to, and since it is one all one level, you don't have to worry about it. I know I talk about it in some of my other videos about the upstairs laundry room and how it's really convenient for me and my family, but some people don't like that because of the risk of it potentially leaking or anything. So you don't have to worry about that here, and obviously everything's on one level. All right, and then we're just going to move into the main living space and the kitchen. As you know, and the in thing right now is that everything's open space. So as you come in here, obviously all of it's all one big big area. So we have our kitchen here, quartz countertop, and as you see the design elements in here, so this is a farmhouse design. So K-Hov does their homes a little bit differently. So they actually divide them into looks. So there's a couple different looks. We'll talk about it a little bit later in the video. I can kind of tell you how that works. But basically, there's a general aesthetic with the look, and obviously you see here with the barn style door. Well, you'll see one later with the barn style doors, and just like that farmhouse type of vibe. Obviously you got the 4-burner gas here with the griddle in the middle. So if you wanted to make bacon or scrapple, if you don't know what scrapple is, chances are you're not from the East Coast. But we love our scrapple here. You got the double the oven, and then you have the microwave right here, farm sink, obviously quartz countertop, and then you kind of move into a little eat-in area. Or honestly, I would probably see this better suited as a as kind of like a sunroom. I put like a little couch in here so you could relax or something like that. And then you have the covered porch area. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna see it or not, but you have like a little covered porch area, and you could screen. They do have the option to kind of screen those in as well if you wanted to do that. So like I said, you can either be a front porch person or a back porch person. It just depends on what you want to do. And then obviously it's all one cohesive area. So as we move from here, we kind of just get into our living space here. You have the stone front with the TV, and then you have these beams here that can be added, but it's only for this farmhouse look. And I know some people love this. Actually, it was so funny. I was helping another couple, and it's all she was talking about was the beans. And we finally got to the home, and they were like, "We found your beans." So we really love those. So it's kind of a hit or miss type thing. But you do have the cathedral style ceiling in here that makes the space feel a little bit more open. And with that being said, obviously, like I told you before, we have the division of the additional bedrooms and then the primary suite. So let's go check that out. So here we are now in the primary suite here. This is a king size bed. I mean, it's more than enough space in here. You got the little, I don't know, what would you call this down here? I want to say armoire, but I know that's not it. That's something else. But I don't know, you got like the little couch, the little side couches here. So more than enough room for whatever you need to do. We do have the upgrade with the tray ceiling, which is a nice touch. Kind of gives a little bit more contrast to the room. 3 beautiful windows right behind. So, I mean, a lot of natural light. And obviously you do have the upgrade here. They can actually do this woodwork for you. It all comes in a package. And obviously it wouldn't be a master suite without the ensuite bathroom. As we come through here, we have, the master bathroom, the dual vanity. You have right here, if you wanted to do a bathtub, this is where the bathtub would be at. Obviously that's an option you can choose. And then you have your shower enclosure right here with the tile going up to about 6 feet or so. And then you have it all enclosed in right here. And you do have a mini linen closet right here, and then obviously you have the bathroom that's tucked off to the side. So if you're having something go on and you're rushing and you need to take a shower, somebody's in here, they can close that door and handle all that. That was another thing. This is I kind of, after talking to people, I kind of realized like how underrated this is. Like, I never thought anything about it when I bought my first house, because actually when I bought my house I had never seen that before, because all my toilets were just in a regular bathroom. So I go through the house and I'm like looking in the bathroom, like, where's the toilet at? And then I find out that it's behind another door. So it felt a little weird at first, but I actually do like it a lot because it gives you that privacy. But back here, through here, we have our massive walk-in closet, so more than enough space for whatever you need to hang up, whatever. You can always change these shelves too. I mean, this is just the norm everywhere, but I hate these wire racks, man. I can't stand them. I changed mine in my house. Another fun story. So I had these wire racks in my house, and I guess I had so much stuff on it. I actually came back home one day, and after I came home, my whole closet was imploded because they pulled the racks. Like, the racks came out of the wall, even with the studs. And all my clothes and everything was on the floor. And then I called up a good friend of mine, a contractor I know, came in and we installed shelves. But yeah, I hate those wire racks. But that's not it, folks. So I know with a lot of these ranches, I got a special treat for you guys. So I know in some of these ranch style homes, they don't have a basement, but here in this community, they have basements. So I know you guys love your basements, especially if you're doing single level living. I'll try to walk into something, but with the single level living, you don't have an upstairs, so you're like, I need an additional area. So they all come with basements. This one in this particular model is finished, so let's go check it out. So as we come down here, you'll probably see it in the B-roll somewhere, but I really like that they have like really high ceilings when you're coming down, so it doesn't feel like you're walking into a basement, if that kind of makes any sense at all. But obviously we're here at the favorite part. I swear to you, if I look at my retention or I look at what you guys love to see, it's these basements. I don't know if it just they're not as prevalent wherever you may be coming from, but we do usually have a lot of basements here in Delaware, and this community is no exception. They can finish out the basement, and they usually finish it out a way that's similar to this. So obviously right here they have like a little fitness center. Honestly, I mean, with the carpet here, I don't know if I want to do that, but to each his own. You can do whatever over here. We got a nice, you got the egress window. All of them are going to have that just for code in Delaware. They can do walkouts or sidewall entries. I forget what it is here, but they can actually give you access straight out there. And then as we come to here, this is kind of like the main living space down here in the basement. And the ceilings are high enough to where you're not gonna have to duck or anything like that. And real cozy area. And this isn't even completely finished out. There's a lot of space for like storage. I mean, maybe we'll show some in the B-roll, and then you have the actual full bathroom right through here with the tile and everything else we got going on there. So that's gonna be this particular model. Let's go head to the next one. And before we head on to this other model, the Barcelona, I actually want to talk a bit about the community and showcase the actual clubhouse, and talk a little bit about the community, because that's really gonna help you get a feel of the community, because that's one of the most important things, especially in a 55 plus. So in the community itself, it's going to be about 255 homes. All the lots here are at least a quarter, a fifth of an acre or larger. We have the but they have the community out here, and they have in the actual the clubhouse center, there's a fitness center in there. Yeah, pumping trail around the neighborhood. Since bocce ball, out, ball. So everything that you need here, and they're actually gonna have full-time activities director as well. So if community is something very important to you, or the reason why you're choosing that 55 plus community, they definitely have it here in Hatteras Hills. But with that being said, let's make our way to the clubhouse and check that out a bit, and we can talk a little bit more about the community itself. So obviously, one of the advantages of these 55 plus communities is are the amenities, and it's no different here. So we're actually in the clubhouse here at Hatteras Hill. I mean, it's over 6,000 square feet, and it's gonna have a little bit of everything. Obviously, they haven't opened it quite yet, so we don't have all the furniture, but you can get a feel of what's all going to be here. So I mean, they're gonna have a card room, a fitness center. You got pool table with a billiards room. You're gonna have kind of like a meeting, like hangout type of center with a fireplace. You got the wet bar area over here, so if or a catering area, if you will. And then they're going to have the whole outside back there. So when it is nice out, have a fire pit or what have you, the pool and the spa area and everything outside. But with that being said, I know one of the things that people are really worried about is you're like, Brandon, how much is all this going to cost me? So as of right now, they said obviously, things can change. Don't take this as gospel for the most part. But as of right now, your the HOA is right around 255 or something like that. So that's going to get you access to this, all the walking trails, everything else. And then the added bonus of that, they're going to do all your lawn care, upkeep your mulch beds and everything like that. So if that's something that you're looking forward to, or something that you need, if you travel out, you just don't want to deal with that, that's definitely a plus. And then in here as well, I guess there's going to be an office for a full-time activities director as well. So if community is very important to you, especially if you're someone who's relocating and trying to make new friends and just trying to stay active while you're in those retirement years, or getting to the end of your career or whatever, this is definitely a great opportunity and a great place for you. And with that being said, let's go check out the Barcelona. So here we are at the other model. So this is the big boy Barcelona. So this is one of their bigger models. It's around 2345 square feet. It's a 4-bed, 2-bath. And like I said, I'm not gonna make you wait through the whole video. So right now, obviously take it with a grain of salt, but the base price on this as of right now is right around like 512. So with that being said, as we're going in here, like I said, the other one had a porch, this one does not. But one thing that I do like is that they have this little like hood here, like this little overhang here. So if you're, someone's coming or you want to get out the rain, you don't have to get rained on while you're waiting for the door to open. But with that being said, let's go check it out. So as we walk in the Barcelona model here, it's going to be very similar to the Asheville model. Obviously, you have these, high ceilings with the tray ceiling with the grand, foyer. You got the little feature wall here. And again, there's going to be a nice division of the additional bedrooms against the primary suite. So if you do have any type of house guest or anything like that, or maybe if you're a work from home person and you have an office or something like that over here, and someone is in the primary, the primary or in the living room, you kind of have that nice division of privacy. Okay, and as I was saying before, there's a nice division of, the additional bedrooms against the master, the primary suite and the main living space. So again, if you do have someone over, they kind of still have their own space and not disturbing anyone anywhere else. These 3 bedrooms, like I said, they are a little bit bigger in this model, and obviously you'll see them. But one thing that I definitely want to highlight in this bedroom in particular is that this actually has a walk-in closet. Now it'll just depend on, like I said, like with the porch and in the elevation and whatnot, but you can get this. So I mean, if you do have someone staying over for a while, I mean, I know you don't never want to make the house too nice where they don't want to leave, but they can definitely be comfortable in here. Okay, and then your other full bath is actually located here. It's shared with these 3. Again, One thing that I do like about this community in particular is that like the tile here is actually standard. So it's going to be like a standard feature. And another thing, I don't know if it's specifically because this is 55 plus or whatever, but a nice feature is, man, these comfort height toilets. So you don't have to, they're a little bit higher, so they're more comfortable. And actually sitting on one, I didn't realize how much I probably need to change on my toilets. Cause yeah, sometimes these old bones be getting to you, boy. So with that being said, let's go out of here and then let's just get to the main living space. Before we get into the main living space, I actually do have another surprise for you here, and you got a dedicated office in this one. So in this one, obviously you got the barn doors there, and then you have a full dedicated office or whatever you want this space to be. So if it's two of you and you both work from home, somebody will get the big old office and then someone can put another office somewhere else. But with that being said, let's head into the main living space here. Again, this is going to be a completely open concept. Tons of natural lighting here, cathedral style ceiling, and we come right here into the kitchen area, granite countertops. So this one, I know I talked about this before briefly, and I'll go into a little bit more detail a little bit further into the video, but this is actually what they do here is different looks. So the one we saw in the other model was the farmhouse. This one is actually the classic look, and this is where you get you get a lot more cabinetry. You get like the feature cabinetry with the glass top, so you could put all your good china that you got from your great grandma in there, so people can look at. And obviously you got the gas burner here, the farm style sink, and the different lighting. All that's included in that one package. But it is a little bit bigger here. I kind of missed it, but behind us right there, we'll show it in the B-roll, is you actually have a dedicated pantry back there. And then right here we have another area. Like I said, if you want a formal dining room, you can do it. I mean, not a formal dining room, but like a formal table like this one, you can do it. But honestly, I kind of like this better as like a little sunroom. But another thing that I really like here, and this sun is like right in my eyes, but another thing that I really like on this one is that this is the covered porch that I talked about in the other model here. Well, I really do like this concept, especially out here. I mean, people ask me, like, how are the bugs? I mean, when we're out here, they can get kind of crazy. So having this, fully screened in, you get some airflow, and you can, look at, the views that we have here. Obviously, right now, I mean, they're still building out here, so the views aren't, the best. But you can just sit out here on the back porch. I mean, put a little space heater out here. I mean, you got lighting out here, so it's a nice little additional area. So, I mean, if you want to be in the outdoors without being in the outdoors, I mean, this is definitely a great addition that you may want to add to, your potential home. And with that being said, we have the main living area here, which is, a very nice size. We do have the cathedral style ceilings with all the natural light. I mean, it's not a super bright day out today if you didn't see already. And I mean, there's plenty of natural light in here. Obviously we have it in here, so you know what I'm saying, I look good on camera, but we wouldn't need it on. You could definitely, get around without having the lights on if you're someone, is a little bit more energy conscious or, just trying to cut down on costs. But plenty of space here, and like I said, it all flows together. So if you're doing any entertaining, if you're a person that likes to entertain, this is a great model for you. And then just the same as in the other one, right here off of the main living area, you're gonna have your master suite. And so here we are in the master suite. Again, very generous size. I mean, this bed in here, this is a king size bed. So I mean, you got more than enough space. I almost broke this thing. I almost broke their bed. I'm not that big. I know it's been Christmas and Thanksgiving, but man, I ain't gained that much weight. But yeah, so I mean, more than enough space to do whatever you need to do in here. You got the tray ceiling, like I said, that adds that nice, another form of, I guess, depth. which makes it look nice and like nice in here. And then you got this feature wall behind us, and this goes right into your actual your ensuite bathroom as well. Obviously tile comes standard. You can pick the different ones and they have different levels. You got the dual vanity here, and like I said before, so you actually do have a standalone tub in this one because it's got upgraded. So yeah, let me know what one thing I have been noticing is people say the tub is so high from, you know, other people that I've brought out, but it would have to be this high in order to soak in it. So I mean, let me know which ones do you got? Do you like the standalone garden style tub, or do you like the big ones with, like, you know, the tiles surround so maybe you can sit on it before you get in, or jets or what have you. Definitely do like this. The only thing that I kind of don't like for me is that I know if I wanted to change this out, or if I didn't get this tub put in the first place, it's going to cost a ton more money to do it afterwards, because you're going to have to go through the tile. But again, over here we have the upgraded shower here. So you have the two different heads, tile all the way to the top, which I like. And then you have the rainfall shower here. I mean, if you've seen any of my other videos, you guys know how I feel about the rainfall showers. I love them. And then we are actually going to step into here again in the walk-in closet. Again, more than adequate size. The only thing, you definitely probably want to change these shelves up, and you can definitely maximize this, because I know when I changed mine, like I was talking about earlier in the video, when all my wire shelving fell out of my wall, it was nuts. Like these were like hanging on, but the top part was gone. But I redid mine, and definitely have like a lot more space in there. So if you change these out, this is more than enough space in here. And with that being said, I do need to show you one more thing. Obviously, we cannot forget the basement, so let's check that out. We had to show you guys the basement. It is unfinished, but you do get basements out here. And with these ranch style homes, I mean, they're built on, you know, slab foundation. So with these, when you're building them, you're going to get, you know, almost the same amount of square footage that you are on the first level. So I mean, it's 2,300 square foot house. You get another 2,000 square feet down here. And I mean, I just want to show you, I think people don't understand how big this is. So, I mean, you can literally like run around in this thing. And I mean, I'm over here running, and it took me, you know, this long to get to the other side here. So, I mean, this is a huge basement. So you got plenty of opportunity to finish it out, keep it with storage. I mean, we got our rough end here, and that actually comes standard. And they automatically give you the rough end. So if you want to do, you know, finish the basement afterwards for bathrooms and everything, they have it here, and it comes standard. So that's another good feature that I really like in this community. Okay, so we're actually, this would be the garage of the Barcelona, but it's actually set up to be their kind of design studio. So again, I know I talked about it a bit in the video of you know, the way they do it. So the way K.Hov does it now is that they give all of them different looks. So you got the 4 looks here, and this will kind of this will dictate the aesthetic that you have in your home. So the first one is the Elements one, and this is kind of like the basic package, the lowest one. And then next we have the Loft, so that's going to be a step up. And then we have the Farmhouse, and then the highest level is the Classic. So we saw the Farmhouse in the Asheville, and that's with, you know, the beams and barn doors and all that. And then the Classic that we just saw in this model here, and they have different palettes, and you can kind of mix and match a bit. But the main thing that you're going, I think the main thing that really dictates that you're probably going to want to look at is like the cabinetry and stuff. So here they kind of have it set up, so you can kind of look at it here. So this would be like what your cabinetry will look like with the Elements, so the basic one. And then over here is the Loft package. And then over on this one, we've already seen these two, but this is the Farmhouse. This is the Farmhouse one. And then you have the Classic. And this is where you're going to get, you know, if you're someone who needs a lot of cabinet space or, you know, anything like that, you know, I think this kind of matter, like the cabinetry and everything kind of matters a little bit more than the actual designs, because you can kind of, you know, fixtures aren't super expensive. You can change these out anywhere. So that was Hatteras Hill out here in Magnolia, Delaware. Again, guys, if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me. Again, if there's another community that you guys want to see, or any way I can make these videos better, or anything else you want to see from me, please let me know in the comments below. And with that being said, if this community wasn't for you and you're looking for other communities out in Delaware, I got a bunch of videos, a bunch of other information for you right here.